Hi everyone, today I'll be doing a coloring tutorial with my Spectrum Noirs, and this is using the greeting farm Anya Celebrates. And this is my first edited video, so bear with me. And also my first voiceover, so again, be kind. So right now what I'm doing is coloring the base of her skin, and this is the method I use normally for fair skin. So this is using FS2 in Spectrum Noir, and I'll just do out the base. Now I'll do the shadow with FS3, and I'll do that under her hair and also the bottom of her face, because I think that's where the shadows would normally be at. So I'll do that, and as the color dries, it'll look better. It won't contrast so much. So what I did right now is turn on my outlight because I saw that it was looking kind of blurry, and as you can see, it's blending in a bit more as it dries. So I'm going in with FS3 around her neck and then go back in with FS2 just to blend it all out. Now on her arms, I go in with FS2 again. I shadow the places where I think there would be a shadow, under her shirt, around her hands, and then go in with FS2, blend it all out again. Now I'm going onto her legs, and first off I start with FS3 and put the shadow where I think they would be. So under her pants and where her legs cross, there would be a shadow, and also under her straps of her shoes. So now I go in with FS2 and blend that out. Okay, so as you can see, it's blended out, but I want the shadow to be a little bit darker, so I go back in with FS3 and just make that shadow stand out more. So now I'm going to go onto her hair, and I'm using EB8 and EB5. And I'll show you again later, as I will use EB2 as my highlight. So right now I'm using EB8 as the darker spot of her hair, and I'm just flicking it as much as possible so it looks like hair. And now I'll go in with EB5 and just pull out that darker color and leave that white space there. And now I go in with the lightest color, which is EB2, and just fill that in. And I don't really care if it blends too much, because I'll be doing something right now with it. So I'm getting now EB5, and I'm just making strands so it looks more hair-like, and going back with EB2 and just blending that out so it looks more natural. So now I'm going in with EB8 again, going into the darker spots, flicking it, and I just continue to flick it. That's what you want to do when you're coloring hair, so it looks more realistic, it doesn't look so solid. And I'll just do that, and I'll leave a stripe where I think there'll be more of a highlight. Now I'm using EB5 again, just pulling out that darker color. And now I'll go in with EB2 and do that highlight that I did recently. Right now I have a bit of a technical difficulty. My camera kept falling, so sorry about that. But now I have it all straightened out. So I'm doing that highlight. If you like, you can do a different technique and leave that white border in her hair so it looks more shiny. But for this image, I didn't want to do that. So now I'm doing the strands again with EB5. And I'll go in with EB2 and blend that out. So I have it the way I want it. Now I'll go on to the rest of her hair, and as you can tell, I'm doing this in sections. So the ink is still wet while I'm working with it, so it'll blend easier. So again, EB8 and then EB5 to pull that darker color in. And then again, EB2, just doing that highlight. And then do the strands. You don't have to do the strands. If you like it to look just like that with that highlight, that's fine too. But for this image, that's what I wanted to do. And now I'm going to go to the buns in her hair. And I'm just pulling in from the sides because I'm assuming the light's coming from the front. But I'm not the best at that, light source thing, so don't go by me or anything. So I used again EB8 EB5 and then EB2 is my lightest, and then just draw some very random strands so it looks more hair-like, like I said before. And I'm just going to continue to do that with the rest of the image. And that's my EB8, and these are the colors that I use for dark brown hair. I'll try to do more tutorials where I show how to do lighter brown also, or blonde, and as many as I can do I'll try. Hopefully this goes well, that way I can do that. So as you can see now, I'm just drawing strands again, and I'll be doing that for the other two buns on her hair. And again, EB8. And always remember to flick your marker, because while you do that, it keeps it, I can't really talk today, but it keeps it looking hair-like. It doesn't look so, solid, like I said before. And I'm finally finishing with her hair again with the EB2, do that highlight, and then flick it again with the EB5, just so it looks more hair-like, and also go in with EB2, but I didn't do that for this. So there's my final image.